Hey, thanks for joining us. Our shop is called Lauzon Music. We are a Fender Custom Shop showcase dealer based in Ottawa, Canada.
And today we're going to be checking out 10 standout Fender Custom Shop builds that we've had in recent history.
Hard to narrow it down to 10 because we get so many cool Fender Custom Shop builds, but that means there's lots of room for another video.
Yeah, I think we agreed on most of these, so I think you're going to really enjoy the builds that we show today.
Let's get into this one, see what we got. First up is a 59 Super Heavy Relic Strat by MacNutt.
Yeah, this one is done with green Paisley under black, and green Paisley is really cool. It's not something that you see anywhere because I don't think they've ever done it before.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen it. I think this may be one of those things we try and stump them, but they came through for us anyway.
Yeah, and this had to be done at the Masterbuilt level. When you get into things like green Paisley or any custom one-off things that they've never done before, you have to do it as a Masterbuilt guitar.
And it turned out as absolutely amazing. This one also has a 59 Esquire neck carve and a 7.25 to 9.5 inch compound radius. What's nice about the compound radius is you get that vintage feel down around the nut, which is really easy to grab chords. But when you play up the neck, it doesn't fret out at all.
Yeah, that was a really cool spec on this guitar. The other thing I really liked was it's a 4A roasted maple neck. Again, you can only get 4A at the Masterbuilt level. You can't get that at a team build level.
Yeah, you top out at 3As. If you want the 4th A, you have to go to Masterbuilt.
That's right. So it looked so stunning on this guitar, and you can see the difference in grade between 3 and 4A. This is really highly figured, really tight, looked awesome.
Yeah, looks great. I guess another thing with this one is it's got a throwback humbucking pickup in the bridge position. And for those of you not familiar with throwback pickups, they're out of Michigan, Kalamazoo. I guess the guy who owns the company bought the original pickup winders from Gibson Kalamazoo factory, and they're PAF replicas that sound absolutely amazing in anything that I've heard them in. And this is balanced with some hand wound Fat 50s. Great combination. This is a really killer guitar all around.
Yeah, this build turned out perfect.
All right, this next one is another 59 Heavy Relic Strat. This one Masterbuilt by Levi Perry.
This was a really interesting build. I know that when we spec'd it out, we thought it was going to be a contentious build, but not so much.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. We've found it hard to imagine what a Heavy Relic version of a Colorshift prism finish would look like.
Yeah, and I think this turned out pretty cool.
It turned out great because the paint still has all the Colorshift properties. Again, it just looks super cool, like a really well-worn in guitar.
Yeah.
He did a great job on the aging on this, every aspect, I think.
Absolutely. And this was really in that era where John Mayer came out with his PRS Silver Sky and Colorshift. And we really leaned into Colorshift guitars.
We did. We asked everyone. I'm surprised. We asked, I think, every builder to do a Colorshift, acoustic builders included.
Yeah. And more to come on that front. So.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah.
This one also has a 4A roasted maple neck. Again, super figured, really gorgeous. 2 hand wound Fat 50s, an EVH Wolfgang in the bridge. So real super Strat. The thing definitely screams.
Yeah, this is a really interesting build. And if you're one of those people who likes an NOS guitar, but likes the idea of a Colorshift guitar, we do have an Andy Hicks Masterbuilt version of this guitar coming too.
Yeah, same specs, but no aging. For all those people that say, oh, I would buy it if it had no aging, well, we got the guitar coming for you. We actually also have another one of these coming by Levi. Both will be here, I think, in the next 6 months or so.
Yeah, looking forward to those.
All right, next up is another 59 Super Heavy Relic Strat. This is a Masterbuilt one again by MacNutt, and this is olive drab, I think dirty olive drab, which is nice that you can specify dirty in your colors, and it looks awesome. Dirty olive drab with a competition stripe.
I think this may have been the first one we tried with the competition stripe. It's really based on those vintage Fenders, the Mustangs, things from that era with the competition stripe, and it's a feature you don't see a lot on custom shop builds.
No, and it came out great. What a good look. This one had 2 hand wound Fat 50s, again, the Josephina hand wounds, and a Seymour Duncan 59 in the bridge.
Yeah, and I think this is the first time we tried a 59 in the bridge. It's like a classic PAF style pickup, so it really suited this build. It sounded awesome.
Yeah, it did sound awesome, and this guitar looks awesome too. I think we had spec'd it with a black pickguard actually,
Yeah.
but they sent it with a light tortoise, and that was a good liberty to take.
It was a really good move, and it actually suited the aesthetic really well.
Yeah, this guitar, I think it was posted online, and then someone snapped it up real
Yeah.
quick. And understandably, is one of the coolest guitars we've ever had.
Yeah, a lot of our greatest builds don't stick around, so
No.
this was one of them. Up next is another 59 build. This one is in competition burgundy with the competition stripe on it.
We're definitely into 59 Strats here. That's if there's a theme that's going, it's 59 Strats, and that's because they're so cool.
Yeah, and this one was particularly cool. It was based on a vintage Mustang we saw online in competition burgundy. So it has that red kind of bursted edge to it. It looks really good, almost like a faded finish, really.
Yeah, what's the stripe? It's like a Daphne blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks really
Beautiful.
great. Yeah, this
Beautiful.
one's also an HSS. It's got the Fat 50s hand wound. We love those pickups. And the bridge pickup is an EVH Frankenstein, which is a more PAF kind of output as compared to like the Wolfgang. This is a little more vintagey based on Eddie's original PAF.
Yeah, and luckily we didn't have to go Masterbuilt with this one. They were able to do it at team built level. It also had that AAA figured roasted maple neck, which looked great.
Looks great. Yeah, the pearl guard,
Mhm.
everything is just a great look on this one.
Yeah, I love this build.
All right, this next one is one of my all-time favorites. These are all kind of my favorites, and it's another 59 Strat.
In case you hadn't seen enough 59 Strats, here's one more.
Here's another one, but this one's a little different. It's got a roasted alder body, and it's purple sparkle over black paisley, which is one of my favorite combos.
Yeah, it's really cool. It also had a roasted maple neck, and really the idea with roasting, it does a few things to the guitar. One of the main things, it's an aging process, right? So it really the wood starts to open up when you roast it.
Right. I think that it gets down to that like zero moisture content, like a vintage guitar would. After being exposed to the environment for many years, that moisture's all gone out of the wood and it's really stable. And that's the idea with the roasting, is it gets you there faster.
Yeah, it moves less. I think it also reduces the weight too, so you
Does.
end up getting a lighter guitar. And at the end of the day, it's a more resonant, more open sounding instrument.
Yeah,
So.
it's they're all pretty like spanky sounding. The roasted ones, lightweight, really alive acoustically.
Yeah, and
Nice
this one
guitar.
this one had the poblano, the hand wound poblano pickups, which are a hotter overwound pickup with A3 magnets. I think they were staggered pickups, too,
Yeah.
staggered pole pieces.
Right, and we went with the EVH again in the bridge. And you might, whenever people see that spec, the EVH combo, you'd think that it doesn't work, or it's like, oh, that's a weird pickup to have in a Strat maybe. But it really does work, especially with some of these like beefier output single coils in the neck and middle.
Yeah, and this one also had a compound radius too, so 9.5 to 12, which is a lot flatter up top, like a more modern
Right.
Strat style guitar.
Yeah, or like a Gibson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, interesting set of specs. The purple sparkle looks really cool over the black paisley. Just a really cool guitar. And now for a change of pace. Another heavy Relic Strat, but this time it's a 60, not a 59.
Yeah, this guitar was actually based on the Mike McCready build, the custom shop build that we had. When we could no longer get that guitar, we decided to order something similar in that same vein.
Yeah, trying to get something for people that missed out on that first one, and also get it at a price point, the team built price point, instead of a Masterbuilt.
Yeah, and I think initially Mike McCready was inspired by an SRV guitar that he saw, SRV Strat. And so once he got this Strat, he stuck with it for, I think, his whole career or so.
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
still playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one, so we couldn't get his pickups, but we did get as close as we could get with hand wound pickups. The fret wire is the same medium vintage fret wire, and it's a 9.5 radius on this as well.
Yeah, and a double A neck. We would normally go for triple A, but to stay correct to this build, we went double A.
We went double A. It's 1A less than we usually like. We usually like to go 1A more, maybe even 2 A's,
If we
or
can get
3 if it's possible, but this is the double A, and it still looks really cool.
Yeah, this is a great build, and I think it's a Strat that everyone likes. It's just very classic.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have others like this in the queue, so we will have something else similar. Stay tuned. This next one's the first Dale Wilson build on this list. Dale has been one of the most in-demand builders at Fender for the last bunch of years now. They actually stopped taking orders for him. And then last time we were down there, they had him locked up, like we couldn't even see him.
Yeah, no one sees him.
No one sees Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's been at Fender since 2003, Custom Shop since 2005, and then in 2011 he was a master builder. And ever since John Cruz left, he's been the guy.
He's been the guy, yeah. When I met Dale at a Fender event at NAMM many years ago when he was first a master builder. And I was getting builds done by Dale because A, his guitars are awesome, but he had no waiting list at the time too. It's funny how things change like that. His waiting list got up to 10 years, literally 10 years. We had one guitar through and I ordered it when my son was in grade 8 and we got it when he's in university. So
Dale is a pretty sought after in-demand builder. It's hard to tell why one master builder or another becomes that popular, but
yeah, I mean, all the builders are great. The builders are all awesome and all awesome guys, everyone that I've met. I think with Dale, he kind of took the aging style that he does, he kind of took it to another level. It was maybe where where John Cruz was, but then even beyond that, some of the patina and the fading and the color fading and stuff, that was really set him apart. So this one's a 56 Telecaster.
Yeah, and it had the 1056 neck on it, which is a really comfortable profile. It's a soft V.
Yeah.
It's a larger neck, but not too big. It's pretty comfortable.
It's for a larger neck. It's actually surprisingly comfortable. I know a lot of guys love bigger necks. I'm not really picky about necks so much. Any of the Fender necks are really, I find them all really playable. But this one is it's really nice to play.
Yeah, I love on this one too, you really get to see that aging you're talking about with Dale. Like he has a unique aesthetic to his aging, and this one just looked like a piece of art.
Yeah. And this is an ash body in a butterscotch finish. You can really you can tell one of his guitars right when you look at it. There's some guys who oh well, that's a Dale Wilson. So that's kind of cool because I mean they're like artists, right? And it's like being able to notice what one of your paintings look like.
Yeah, and like all the Dale builds, this one didn't last. This one sold pretty quickly.
No, I'd say it's looking back on it, it's hard to think about it because it wasn't here too long at all. And we have other Dales on order. They actually cut off orders for Dale. So no one can place orders for new guitars because of that decade backlog. But I think we have maybe 5 or 6 coming. So there's definitely some stuff in the pipeline.
Up next is a pretty special guitar. This is a Masterbuilt 69 Rosewood Tele by Austin MacNutt.
Yeah, we've got this guitar right here in stock. This is a very cool guitar. You probably recognize this from our rooftop concert on Instagram. In all seriousness, the Beatles rooftop concert, George Harrison played guitar just like this.
Yeah, and we've actually done several of these builds in the past years. We've been doing them for probably almost 10 years, I would say. And Fender did eventually come out with a custom shop version and a USA version of this guitar.
Yeah, this is a Masterbuilt version. Austin MacNutt did this one. Incredible, detail, the fretwork, everything's just perfect on this guitar.
Yeah, and it was a pretty light build too.
Yeah, this is not bad. It's 8 pounds, 12 ounces, which is, it's lighter than some Les Pauls for sure.
Yeah, pretty beautiful, special one-off guitar.
Yeah, if you want to see more of this one, we've got it. It's on our website. You can see about probably 20 or 30 pictures of it. Next up, we have 2 really cool heavy Relic 57 Strats.
Let's check them out.
This one is a green burst finish, and this one we call Purple Night. These are both based on the American Pro finish, Dark Night.
Yeah, sometimes we see a finish that we love and we think, is there another way to do this or a different color palette we could work with?
Yeah, how can we bother these guys and get them to do something that's going to be annoying for them to figure out? But,
And at the team built level too, which is cool. So
yeah, very cool. These both have 3A roasted maple necks, the 59 Esquire neck carve, which you're probably noticing that on a lot of these builds, it's really comfy neck. That's kind of one of our secret weapons on our builds.
Yeah, and I know with these guitars, we sent in reference photos. So we did a couple mock-ups to get these finishes. They do call this purple burst. Traditionally, purple burst is a transparent finish. So this is a solid opaque finish.
Yeah.
And that's technically called a green burst. So.
Yeah, I love the aging on this one. And this one, you see the wood grain as well. It looks great with this black pickguard. The pickguards on these are also aged. So it's all, it's not like a pristine pickguard on a Relic guitar. It's pretty cool. It's got Wolfgang pickups in the bridge, fat 50s, and these have the RSD trim.
Yeah, that trim's much more functional trim. It still looks like a vintage style trim, but it has some kind of quality of life appointments.
Yeah, it still looks like it's just a 6-saddle vintage style, but it has a better string spacing on the neck, so you're gonna have less like string slippage off the edge of the fingerboard, that type of thing, and it holds its tune a little better as well.
Yeah, I know the arm threads in a little deeper too, and it's definitely a more stable, smoother bridge. And the thing we really like about it is it still looks vintage. So sometimes if we get something that doesn't really fit that vintage aesthetic, it stands out on a build.
Yeah, you don't want it to stand out in a bad way. This just looks like still looks like your traditional, 6-screw vintage bridge, but it's got a little more functionality. Let's play these guitars. Let's check them out, hear what it sounds like. All right, like any good top 10, we're gonna push this one more to 11.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite bass build we've ever done. This is a custom shop, Masterbuilt bass.
Yeah, this is Levi Perry did this one. It's 61 jazz bass, olive drab is the color, heavy aged. It's got a roasted neck.
Yeah, and we really approach this build the same way we do with all Fender Custom Shop builds for guitars. We wanted to do a really cool custom one-off bass for someone who's looking for something unique that's not out there.
Yeah, this is definitely a unique piece. And yeah, we haven't forgot about you bass guys. We want to do cool stuff for you as well.
Yeah, I really love this one. I love the way it turned out, and it's got more mojo than any bass I've ever played. So
yeah, and it's again stunning figured neck on this. If that doesn't come through, check this out on our website because there's some great photos up there.
And this one's available now in stock at the store. Yeah,
it is.
Thanks for joining us today. We had a lot of fun making this list.
Yeah, we sure did. We have a lot of fun speccing out guitars. That's one of our favorite things to do is just building unique dream pieces. That's kind of our thing.
And if you like the relicing, the aging, you're in the right place. If not, please leave those comments in the comment section about honest wear.
I don't know. Is the people that hate Relic guitars, are they a vocal community?
They're not really a vocal community, so we may not get any comments.
Are they a community? That's an interesting thing. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. Like and subscribe. We got lots more videos coming.